stop what you're doing. If you're a Canadian senior receiving CPP, OAS, or GIS, this video is for you, because as of right now, your pension payments are about to change. New amounts, new numbers, and if you don't know what they are, you could be leaving money on the table. We're talking about millions of seniors across Canada, and yes, this affects you. So stay right here, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through everything. The new payment amounts, who gets more, who might miss out, and exactly when that money hits your account. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today. For those of you who are new to this channel, we cover Canadian pension news every single week. We break it down in plain, simple English. No complicated government jargon, no confusion, just the information you actually need. Today's topic is big. We are breaking down the new April 2026 pension payment amounts for CPP, OAS, and GIS. Now let me quickly remind you what these three programs are, because I want to make sure every single person watching understands this. CPP, Canada Pension Plan. CPP is the pension you earned. During your working years, you contributed to this plan through your paychecks. Now, in retirement, the government pays you back based on how much you contributed and for how long. CPP is adjusted once a year, every January, based on inflation. OAS, Old Age Security OAS, is different. You don't need a work history to receive it. As long as you lived in Canada long enough, at least 10 years after turning 18, you may qualify. OAS is adjusted 4 times a year, in January, April, July, and October. That's what's happening right now. The April adjustment is here. GIS, Guaranteed Income Supplement, GIS, is for low-income seniors. If your overall income is below a certain level, you could receive extra monthly support on top of your OAS. Here's what makes GIS special. It is not taxable income. You receive it and you keep it. Okay, now that we're all on the same page, let's talk about the new amounts. All right, here we go. This is the part you've been waiting for. Let's go program by program. OAS, the April increase. Starting with Old Age Security. Service Canada just announced a 0.1% increase for the April to June 2026 quarter. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Only 0.1%? That's not much. And you're right. On its own, it's a small bump. But here's the bigger picture. Over the past year, from April 2025 to April 2026, OAS has increased by 2.1% total. That means your OAS is protecting your purchasing power against inflation quarter after quarter. Every small increase adds up. So what are the actual numbers? If you are aged 65 to 74, your maximum monthly OAS is now $743.05. If you are aged 75 and over, your maximum monthly OAS is now $817.36. Why do seniors 75 plus get more? Back in July 2022, the government introduced a permanent 10% enhancement for seniors over 75. That's built right into the payment, so if you're in that age group, you're receiving a higher base amount. This is great news for our older seniors out there. You deserve every single dollar. CPP, your contribution-based pension. Now let's talk about CPP. Remember, CPP adjusts once a year in January. So the April payment does not include a new CPP increase. The CPP increase already happened in January 2026, so what is the maximum CPP right now? The maximum monthly CPP retirement pension for a new recipient at age 65 is just over $1,233 per month. However, and this is really important, most Canadians do not receive the maximum CPP. The average CPP payment is actually around $760 per month. Your CPP depends entirely on your contribution history. How many years you worked, how much you earned, when you started collecting. The good news? Even if you only contributed for a short time, you can still receive something from CPP. Even one valid contribution qualifies you for a benefit. But here's a powerful tip I want you to remember. If you can afford to wait, even just a few years, your CPP payment increases significantly. If you delay CPP past age 65, your benefit grows by 0.7% for every month you wait. That means if you wait until age 70, your CPP is 42% higher than it would be at 65. That is a massive boost to your lifetime income, something worth discussing with a financial advisor. GIS, extra help for low-income seniors now. GIS. This is the program I really want to focus on today because it is often underused. Many seniors who qualify simply don't know about it or don't apply. If you receive OAS and your income is low, GIS provides extra money every month, tax-free. Here are the April 2026 maximum GIS amounts. Single seniors, if your annual income is below $21,668, you can receive up to $1,086.88 per month from GIS. If you are in a couple and both of you receive OAS, the threshold is a combined income below $28,650, and each of you can receive up to $654.23 per month. If you are in a couple and only one of you receives OAS, the income threshold is $51,408, and the GIS maximum is up to $1,086.88 per month for the OAS recipient. And there is also the allowance program for spouses or common law partners between the ages of 60 and 64, whose partner receives both OAS and GIS. The maximum allowance payment for April to June 2026 is $1,411.13 per month. This is a lifeline for many lower-income households. If you think you or someone you love might qualify, please check with Service Canada. You might be missing out on significant monthly income. Quick reference, new April 2026. Amounts benefit who qualifies max monthly. April 2026, CPP, age 65. Contributed to CPP while working up to $1,433 at OAS, age 65, 74, lived in Canada. 40 plus years, 743 bonds 05 OAS, age 75 plus with 10% enhancement, $817.36, GIS, single, low income, income 21,768 up to $1,086.88, GIS, couple both OAS, low income couple up to $654.23, each allowance, 60/64, low income, partner gets OAS plus GIS up to $1,411.13. Okay, so we've covered the new amounts. Now let's talk about what this means for your monthly income, practically speaking. When is the money coming? The next payment date is Monday, April 28, 2026. This is the date when your CPP, OAS, and GIS will all be deposited together in a single deposit. If you have direct deposit set up, your money will be there on April 28th. That's the most reliable, fastest way to receive it. If you're receiving a paper check, plan for 2 to 3 extra business days for delivery after April 28th. My strong recommendation? If you're not on direct deposit yet, please set it up. It's free, it's fast, and it's secure. You can do it through My Service Canada account online or by calling Service Canada directly. What does the increase actually mean in dollars? Let me put this in real terms for you. The 0.1% OAS increase might sound tiny, but let's do the math together. For seniors aged 65 to 74, the increase went from $742.31 to $743.05. That's an extra 74 cents per month. For seniors aged 75 and over, the increase went from $816.54 to $817.36. That's about 82 cents more per month. On its own, that's small, but remember, this is just one quarter. It's part of a bigger, ongoing protection system. Over the past year, April 2025 to April 2026, OAS is up 2.1% in total. That's real money keeping pace with the cost of living. And for the next increase, we're looking at July 2026. Economists are projecting that inflation in March 2026 could push up to 2.6% annually, which means the July increase could be noticeably higher than this quarter's 0.1%. Stay tuned to this channel. We'll update you the moment the July 2026 OAS rates are announced. The power of combining all three. Here's what I want you to really understand. For many seniors, CPP plus OAS plus GIS together create a powerful monthly income base. Let's look at a realistic example. Imagine a single senior aged 75 receiving average CPP, full OAS, and full GIS. CPP, average, approximately $760 per month. OAS, 75 plus, max, $1,817.36 per month. GIS, if eligible, up to $1,086.88 per month. That's a potential combined monthly income of over $2,600 entirely from government benefits. Not everyone receives the maximum GIS, but even a partial GIS can make a real difference, hundreds of dollars per month. This is why I keep saying, if your income is low, please apply for GIS. Many seniors leave this money unclaimed simply because they don't know they're eligible. Now, this is the section that could save you money, or cost you money if you skip it. I want to walk you through the key risks and warnings, the mistakes that cause seniors to miss out on money they're entitled to. Warning 1. The OAS clawback, recovery tax. Let's start with OAS. If your income is too high, the government claws back part or all of your OAS. This is called the OAS recovery tax. Here are the 2026 thresholds you need to know. If you are aged 65 to 74, the clawback begins when your net annual income exceeds 95,323 hours and your OAS is fully eliminated at 154,753. If you are aged 75 and over, the elimination threshold is slightly higher at $160,696 because of the 10% enhancement. This clawback is calculated from your 2024 tax return. If your income was above those levels, expect a reduced OAS payment. The clawback is not a penalty. It simply means OAS is designed for middle and lower income seniors. If this affects you, please talk to a tax professional about income splitting or other strategies. Warning 2. GIS requires annual tax filing. This one is critical. GIS is recalculated every July based on your previous year's income tax return. Starting in July 2026, GIS amounts will be based on your 2025 income, as reported on your 2025 tax return. If you do not file your taxes on time, you could lose your GIS payment entirely until you catch up. This could mean months with no GIS income. That is serious money for low-income seniors. Even if your income is zero or very low, you must still file a tax return to keep your GIS flowing. The tax filing deadline is April 30th. That is just 1 week away. If you haven't filed yet, please do it now. Warning 3. OAS eligibility requirements. Not everyone automatically gets OAS. You must be at least 65 years old and have lived in Canada for at least 10 years after your 18th birthday. For the full OAS, you need 40 years of Canadian residency. If you have less than 40 years, you receive a partial OAS, prorated based on your years of residency. If you moved to Canada later in life or spent significant time abroad, your OAS may be reduced. Make sure Service Canada has your correct residency history on file. Warning 4. Not enrolled in direct deposit. I've mentioned this before, but it's worth repeating. If you're receiving your pension by mail, you are at higher risk of delays. Paper checks take 2 to 3 business days to arrive after the payment date. With direct deposit, your money is in your account on April 28th. Period. No waiting. No worrying about lost mail. Set up direct deposit through My Service Canada account online, or call Service Canada at 1-800-277-9914. Warning 5. Income not updated after major life change. Did something change in your life recently? A spouse passed away? You separated? You had a significant drop in income. GIS is normally based on last year's tax return, but if your situation has changed dramatically, you can request a reassessment using your current year's income. This is huge for widows and widowers. If your partner recently passed away, your income may be much lower than what the last tax return shows. You could be entitled to significantly more GIS, starting right now. Call Service Canada and explain the situation. They can update your GIS based on estimated current year income. Don't wait until next July. All right, let's bring it all together. Here is your quick recap of today's video. Your next CPP, OAS, and GIS payment arrives on April 28, 2026. OAS increased by 0.1% this quarter. Seniors 65-74 now receive up to $743.05 per month. Seniors 75 and over now receive up to $817.36 per month. CPP was adjusted in January and stays the same for the rest of 2026. The maximum is just over $1,133 per month, but average is around $760. GIS remains a lifeline for low-income seniors, up to $1,086.80 per month for single seniors. Tax-free, but you must file your taxes to keep it. The next increase comes in July 2026, and it could be bigger than this one, based on inflation trends. Watch out for the OAS clawback if your income is above $95,323. File your taxes by April 30th, and set up direct deposit if you haven't already. That's it. Short, clear, and everything you need to know. Before I let you go, I just want to say a genuine thank you. Thank you for spending your time here with me today. It means a lot. These programs, CPP, OAS, and GIS, are your benefits. You earned them, you deserve them, and you deserve to understand them fully. That's exactly why this channel exists. Now, I have a question for you. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you on direct deposit or are you still waiting for a check in the mail? And did you know about the GIS income changes in July? I'd love to hear from you. If this video helped you today, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other Canadian seniors find this information. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss a pension update. Because we cover this every single month. CPP, OAS, GIS, tax tips, retirement planning, it's all here. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we'll see you in the next video.